Tuning into Hope's Whisper. February 8, 2014. Think of all that you have done and all that you have yet to do in your life and try to determine if any of it can be done well without concentration. Even from the most mundane and tiniest of tasks to learning something that requires dexterity and effort, concentration is required if you are desiring a certain outcome. If you have no concentrated effort, what you will achieve is mediocrity, where you only produce the smallest of effort, giving you the bare minimum of results. However, for the dear souls that are determined to succeed and to rise above the mundane, will choose within themselves to excel and move forward regardless of the circumstance they may be facing. Becoming dedicated to themselves and to the task before them with full concentrated energy and power is what will propel them forward until they accomplish what they set out to do. There is no room for doubt, or the ego's nagging messages it leaves you about uncertainty. When you are filled with determination and concentration, you will move through the unknown paths because you are filled with a purpose, and a passion to fulfill the goal, the task or whatever else it is that you have begun. To the dear souls that express fierce determination in all they do to a point of mastery, such as musicians, artists, athletes, chefs, designers, etc., you will be able to safely conclude that they use the energies derived from their concentration to help develop their vision of what they are to create and to become. It is part of their own personal mastery, worth, and what they feel from their heart and soul as value. Being able to do a little bit of this and a little bit of that is wonderful, but from all that you tinker in, what is that you master, or know inside and out? Unless you are able to choose from all the things you do to become a master of, then what you are doing is just skimming the surface of what you could be doing, steering away from developing a honed skill in that one specific area that would carry into an actual manifestation. You feel this drawing energy from your heart when you are applying effort on a task or project. You have an innate feeling. It is a good feeling that propels you further to do more and to finish. Your attention is pure, and to where your concentration is on completely is where you figure out what it is you are able to bring into mastery. And from your efforts, the task or project that you were working on will produce even greater results. It is you, dear ones, your efforts, your attitude and your passion to accomplish all that you set out to do that will bring you to your success. If you are determined enough and always apply yourself with full concentrated power and energy, you will always manifest the outcome you were hoping to reach. If you take the time to observe yourself while working on something that requires your heart and soul, you will be able to see there is a certain beauty about your efforts, a fluidity of motion that is filled with intense energy, that is filled with purpose and certainty. Being able to draw energy from all the goodness that is coursing through you during each step you are taking to reach the goals you have set out for yourself will encourage you to continue and to move forward, accepting changes if they arise and learning to work around them. As you proceed, your perception changes, and you are able to make appropriate adjustments when and if they are needed. There is no negative outburst, just a clear understanding that if you want to bring your goal into completion, then sometimes a little flexibility is required. Being flexible upon your path that is leading you towards the end of a goal doesn't mean you are being passive or not serious enough. It really speaks that you are willing to see beyond your normal emotional outbursts and recognize that when you meet a bump along your path, you simply learn how to maneuver around it. You learn what you can from any sudden intrusion. Then you continue along your way, taking the knowledge that was presented to you and turning it into valuable wisdom. It is normal, dear ones, while on the path to meet a certain goal, that obstacles will present themselves. They are not there to irritate or upset you, but to challenge your concentration, to determine how focused you are, and to gauge your reactions and responses. We have witnessed many times how the tiniest feeling of anger can turn a well-established project into a dead end. Learning to overcome adversity, changes and other issues that you can be greeted with, especially while working on completing a certain task, not only enhances your resolve, but it will inspire you to continue pushing forward, trusting your heart that what you are doing is what you are meant to be doing, knowing that God is loving you each step of the way, and through His light a great joy seeps through every part of your being, and this joy is your motivation, because when you finally complete your task, you are filled with joy and great satisfaction, and that joy, dear ones, is pure and it is felt by God, and as you smile, so does He. When you start something and you work towards accomplishing it, on the inside you have made an agreement with not only yourself that you will be purely focused, but that you consented to a plan God has devised for you to complete and bring forth, whether that plan is the restoration of a family, helping to plant a forest, giving yourself financial freedom, caring for your body, being a listener to the elderly. Just know when you put your heart and soul into something, it can and will be done. You will be faced with obstacles that may delay your outcome and instantaneous flow of creative energy. They may cause discouragement if you allow them. They may cause doubt, again, if you allow them. They are feelings that your ego will create to prevent you from moving forward. When you rise above your ego and move through the unknown that many goals will take you to, you are greeted with clarity from your inner self, a profound knowing that by moving forward even with the smallest of steps, is bringing you that much closer to reaching your goal. By choosing to not abandon your goal, you create a greater force that moves from the inside, a force to be reckoned with, because at that precise moment realization sets in that just around the corner is the outcome you have been aiming to reach, and to quit while you are so close to finally accomplishing what you set out for would be a shame. Let hope speak to you in her silent whisper, because you never know that the next step you take could be the one that brings you to the outcome, to the successful completion of the steps you have worked so hard to fulfill and to reach. We have witnessed so many dear souls, in the middle of a great task where they were becoming masterful within the efforts they were applying, and they allowed a distraction to enter their mindset. What happens is that they stop working on their goals for only a few short minutes and they missed reaching their outcome. Having faith and consistency will reveal so much truth to your consciousness, and will help you achieve your goals. Believe in your efforts, not just at the beginning, but consistently throughout each step you take. We have witnessed so many dear souls start a project, but as soon as something of the merest challenge arises, the project becomes abandoned or a negative thought enters the mind that helps to discourage them enough to leave what they started to manifest. When you drop these projects, even for the smallest amount of time, your momentum also becomes dropped, and the energy that fills this becomes dissipated due to your lack of concentration that is the fuel of your plan's life. If you never pick them up again to bring them to their completion, or never return them to their unformed beginning, through the delicate energy of transmutation that works through the ethereal realm, they can be claimed and completed by another dear soul through your energy pattern, and they will be the ones that receive the benefits of all your work. When you suddenly cut the strings of your momentum and concentration that was part of the plan you were working on completing, understand the energy that came with your efforts is still being emitted and does have the potential of being drawn by another dear soul if you don't reclaim it. We are positive you have witnessed where people, some that you know, just seem to have strokes of good luck, where things just come to them without an effort from them. This is because they are getting the constructed and qualified energy and plans from someone else who has abandoned them. When someone abandons their plan or goal, there is a pattern that also leaves their consciousness. And this pattern is filled with energy and it continues to move being unclaimed until someone else is able to pick up this energy before it was able to manifest and make it their own. This is why we encourage you to finish what you begun, let your plans and goals manifest, learn to follow through your steps and not to abandon what you set out to accomplish. It is essential to your own growth and development to pick up the positive habit of always applying full concentration on any goal or plan, and to manifest by your own efforts what you set out to achieve. Rhythmically work on your steps, find a pace that fits you and will bring you into fulfillment of the purpose that drove you to begin in the first place. Don't allow doubt to neutralize your efforts, turn your doubt around. Refuel yourself with love and commitment and give this energy into every step of your goal and you will succeed, dear ones. Try to comprehend, the energy found within your concentration is formed through your heart, and within your heart is a divine and fatherly presence and He is always with you. It is His light that moves through your mind and His love that warms your heart, and together His combined light and love energy fills each cell of your body with renewed vigor and determination. Allow God to be your guide, to illuminate the way that will bring you to your success. Follow through each step not just for yourself, or for the ones the project or goal was intended for, but also for God. Let God be the fire that will get you through any feeling of quitting when victory is just around the corner. I am Elohim Cyclopea through Julie Miller. SpiritualNetworks.com